Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm your host, Hassan Faye, and we're gonna pick this up. Ooh, more cunning. Top of the stairs, probably up there. Near a tree. Or in the foreground of a tree. Oh, I love the fact that I can jump off of things here and...
Where did the Inquisitor slip off to during
Here
the
we go.
council?
1, 2... Oh god. Loot it. Cudgel of the Golden Oven Queen. Alright, and last one. Don't have any more. Alright.
I'm parched. What is that?
Yep. Alright, that was 10.
Wonderful.
Yes, I do believe it's up here. Aha. Acquired schematic encore. What kind of schematic is that? I did not discover this previously. I must know. Swear I'm here. Modify. It's an armor. Encore, 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 encore. Encore? Okay, so is it a weapon? Right, that did say schematic, didn't it? Ooh, pretty. Cute. I mean, considering... like, I'm just curious as to who. All right. Yeah, not gonna worry about that.
Shall follow
It was the same boy. His mother on the ship, his father in their homeland. He grew up lonely. Or didn't.
Huh. Bull.
So, you and the bard. You know most bards are spies, right?
You were a spy, Chief.
Look, I just don't want you to get... burned.
Don't say it.
Because then you'd be... creme brulee!
Oh god.
Creme brulee!
Graham, I understand you and Meriden are seeing each other.
Yes, Your Worship. I mean, we've just started, so...
Oh, come on. Get in there, show her what you can do.
Listen, Chief, there's this thing you may not have learned growing up Canary and all.
Hey, I'm great at foreplay.
Maybe we should see what Dorian thinks.
We should absolutely see what Dorian thinks.
I didn't mean foreplay, I meant courtship.
Oh, well, that's a waste of time. You two are good though, right? You need me to talk to her about... things?
No, no. Thanks, though. We're good.
The Chargers have been with the Inquisition for a while now. Is everyone still happy?
No complaints, Your Worship. The Inquisition's been good to us. We'd disband and join the Inquisition officially, but the Chief gets this sad dog look when we suggest it.
The loyalty is touching, Krem.
I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, boss.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay, I was gonna unless it changes. Is there anything new? Oh, it does. Dorian leaving again. Didn't cry. That's what he wants. Elf, Luthians, and Ruins. Ruins can get off. Canary and Elfie things? Makes sense. Things. Elfie gods aren't even demons? Weird or worse? Someone tell the servants? They seem off. A drawing of the last mural from the ruins, unfinished. Not my heart to keep. There are many empty pages than one that is dog-eared. When wonder we where wonders whittle. Words. The outline of a sketch of Dogma smiling. This one is taking some time. Aww. How you doing?
Hello, and shh. I'm trying to figure out why everyone is acting so weird. I mean, besides because Canary assassins and everything. You see it, right? There's something going with the elf servants. Makes sense after that ruin, right?
It's been a couple of years. How's everything sitting with you?
It's weird meeting back up and seeing everyone get their grey. First time I've been anywhere long enough to get fond of things. Liliana's friendly when she wants to be. My people sometimes do things for her, like I do for you. All that blood and thunder just so everyone can live well an hour once around. Good lesson, I suppose, if there had to be one.
When you start going on about elves, it's hard to tell if it's about them or you.
Yes, you're ever so clever. Arse. Point is, the servants have no complaints. No asking for a Jenny. They serve this lot, but don't want them done for anything.
So, the nobles are nice, and the servants are happy?
Two things that have never been true.
True.
Mark that I said it. We're fighting Canary, but something else is on the up.
I suppose you've a lot to say about that elven ruin, about the creators.
They're not even demons, just big magey knobs punching down. And yes, the shits who use them to make me feel broken can still eat it. But always waiting for that fight is way too much work. It's like doing half the hurt for them. Maybe we're old now, but I'm tired of it. We've
Good for
new
you.
fights to look forward to. We always do, seems like.
Alright.
We'll talk later.
Good to
Count
know.
on seeing you, yeah?
I agree. It was not fair that someone did that to you. Okay.
I've been meaning to ask. Solus hasn't come back. Sent word? Anything?
No.
I've heard nothing. He's gone.
Ah. I'm sorry.
What do you think's going to happen at the Exalted Council?
Please, share.
Maker, I have no idea. Politics always makes my head spin. The Inquisition shouldn't have to give in whenever some prissy noble gets their knickers wedged somewhere.
Yeah.
What is it like, being a warden now?
Things are in upheaval. There have been heated arguments about the future of the Order. I wouldn't be surprised if we tore ourselves apart.
Well,
It's nice to have everyone back in the same place again.
I have to admit I missed it. What does it mean when we need a huge diplomatic talk or the world ending just to bring us together?
No.
I got the chance to have a few drinks with Sarah. Miss that girl. It's still a little awkward talking to Cassandra. But the commander appears to have forgiven me. Finally.
Until later.
Well, you're
Take
going
care.
by your actual name now, so that helps.
Swift and cunning, her arrows cut you down to size. Scalpel's hard.
And Cassandra!
How did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall?
No idea.
A mystery for the ages. I hear you've been rebuilding the Seekers. Slowly, but yes. I managed to find a few of my former comrades who'd scattered to the winds. Some of them were unsuitable, and I did not ask them to return. Others felt as I did, once they read the Lord Seeker's tome. We've since recruited a few candidates who are going through training now, with full disclosure. What comes after this, I cannot be certain. I'm making it up as I go along. Sounds familiar. I thought you'd appreciate that. So what do you think of the Chantry? You ask me just to poke at me and see if I react, don't you? It is what it is. Most Holy's reforms are interesting, to say the least. I hope they last once Leliana is gone. Regardless of what I think, it could have been far worse. You and I both remember the dark times we faced. Sadly, others have far shorter memories.
Ain't that the truth?
What do you think of the Exalted Council? They are frightened of your power, and there is no longer a hole in the sky to remind them that it was needed. Maybe what they need is a quick reminder of that power. Only if you want to stiffen their resolve. Even so, I would wait and see where this leads. Calmer heads may yet prevail. When has that ever been the case? I'm an optimist. Just ask Varric.
That is true.
I'll see you later. Farewell.
Whoa! You're what I ran into earlier. Oh! I remember now. I know it's a thing. Pair of paddles. Research? Oh. Oh, of course, I can climb it still. Totally would have been easier to get the clone now. Ooh, missed this. Okay, this has been moved. Like I said, easier. Charter?
Well met, your worship.
was hoping you'd have more to say. We have contained news of the Canary corpse found in the West Plaza. A few servants saw the blood stains, but we quickly spread misinformation about infighting between Orlesian nobles. So far, Palace rumor Palace rumor is concerned, whoever was hurt or killed was a casualty of the game, not an outside player. Okay. That's annoying. We're actually going to check the other side too. Don't worry. Mostly, I'm just seeing what changes have happened. Yes, that's right. It's now over there. Just ignore me. I'm just, you know, really up in my parkour game. I do remember the Harlequins, though. No, nope. Colin.
Was there something you needed?
Is there any news from Ferelden? How is your family?
My sister Mia keeps me informed. As I understand, she's training my nephew to best me at chess.
All good news, then?
Not all, but most of it is, and that's good enough.
Do you remember the first time we came to the Winter Palace?
All too well. I've already answered a half-dozen questions about my personal life. The reason we're here is because we made a difference. That's worth enduring the political small talk.
Have you had a chance to speak with Leliana? Away from work, I mean.
Some, yes. Liliana has kept in contact, unofficially of course, but it's good to see her again. Arguing with her in person is far more satisfying.
Yes, I'm sure.
Is there anything I should know?
We were permitted soldiers here, but our every move is watched. Some things never change.
I should go.
Inquisitor?
Okay. Ooh. Missing servant. Notes carried back and forth by runners covered in different handwriting. This is unacceptable. I was to wear the red cape with the chevrons today, but no one can find it in the wardrobe, which appears to be in 5 places at once. Send Melise to me immediately. I haven't seen Melise all day, Uncle. She disappeared after setting out the bedclothes last night. One of the palace maids had to help me into my luncheon dress. Alita, you let some sticky-fingered scullery wretch lace up your Montfort silk gown. Have one of the footmen look for Melise and tell him to lay a few stripes on that elf's backside when he finds her. Ugh. Yeah, so the nobles aren't happy. We'll say hi to Liliana again. Ah. Wager notes. Have you... have you seen the ambassador? Trying to cool everyone's tempers after the Inquisitor ran out of the Exalted Council. The gall. Lavellan has some nerve. Have you noticed the runners at the Divine's quarters? Everyone is demanding the most holy address the affront. If anything, the Inquisitor's actions strengthened Ferelden's position. Arl Tegan is fuming. Lord Cyril won't let him push. This is as good as sealed, my friends. We'll see.
Divine Victoria?
Please don't. It would be nice to just be Liliana again for a few days.
Good.
It'll save breath not to call you Divine Victoria all the time.
Good.
Yes, how are your nugs?
Tell me about your nugs. Did you get any new ones?
Oh yes, a litter was born just a month ago. We are weaning them right now. If you are hoping for one, I'm afraid they're already spoken for.
Let's see.
Do you miss being our spy master?
I think I miss the people more than the work. Josie, Cullen, I didn't notice how much I liked having them near until they weren't. We're right, of course, but it's not the same.
Okay. So...
Have your agents any news I should hear about?
Are you hoping for word on Solus? I'm sorry, Inquisitor. I'm afraid I have nothing, just rumors of sightings that cannot be verified. He's familiar with my methods and seems always one step ahead of me. It is tiring.
Okay, well...
Perhaps later, Liliana.
I'll be right here if you need anything.
Alright. Dorian?
Quite the party, wasn't it? I hear it left the Orlesians and Fereldans completely aghast. Andraste's herald, the Inquisitor, toasting a Tevinter Magister. Not a bad scandal to leave on.
What is this ambassadorship about, exactly?
I believe my father set it up, but the Imperium certainly didn't object. They'd love for the Inquisition to fall apart, so they're happy if it seems they consider this council a waste of time.
That makes no sense.
No? If Dread Tevinter actually pushed for the Inquisition's end, everyone else would disagree on principle. So they send a nobody pariah and hope for the best. Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Things are going well with the bull, I take it?
He's happy I've returned, if that's what you mean. Nearly crushed 3 of my ribs with that ridiculous hug.
You say that as if you didn't like it.
For such a great beast, he's a terrible sap. I want to talk about my feelings, Dorian.
You do like it.
Why, you? He'll overhear. And then where will I be?
What did you do in Tevinter while you were away?
Please tell me.
I went home. Twice. Father was only there once. Mother was drunk both times. I also went to Carinus to see my good friend Maevaris. Then I settled some of Alexis's affairs. That wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about the Exalted Council?
A few. Divine Victoria needs a new tailor for one.
She does.
From the paintings of Liliana in that enormous robe, you'd think she was pregnant. Could cause a delicious scandal. As for this whole Exalted Council business, well... I warned you once that no one would thank you for saving the world. Sadly, I'm always right. So long as the Inquisition's around to remind them they're not really in charge, they'll never sleep comfortably. Whether they have the guts to take action, I suppose we'll see.
Yep.
Another time.
I look forward to it.
Darling, what can I do for you?
How are things
tell
for the
me.
Circle of Magi?
If you call it the Circle while they're in earshot, you'll never hear the end of it, my dear. The College of Enchanters is a ridiculous mess, but it's still a useful institution for training mages.
And?
I wanted your opinion of how Divine Victoria is working out.
Leliana is managing to hold the Chantry together, just barely. Likely your influence.
Okay.
We'll talk another time.
The sheer amount of discomfort. Alright, okay. Yeah, that's kind of everyone. Am I gonna do the Harlequins? Probably not. It's annoying. And, like, because I'm on keyboard and mouse, I don't exactly have
All's well, it seems.
Yes, thank
the
you.
fine control between walking and running.
I'm parched.
But I haven't seen Josephine. She's the one I haven't talked to. I knew I was missing someone.
I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two.
Tell that to the explosions.
Tell me, these strange spaces past the Alluvians, are they safe to explore? None of it has been as bad as the nightmare in the Fade. I can tell you that. I will take your word for it. And yet, you've accomplished so much in the calm of these past years. I wish you did not have to imperil yourself for us. Again.
I've missed it.
I must admit, after years of dinners and paperwork, it feels good to be exploring again. I only wish you had fewer Canari interrupting your stroll. I will do what I can here. Once the Canari are dealt with, brace yourself. The Council is just as relentless.
Yep. Read. Cole in the last few years. Inquisitor, I send this to you, uncertain whether this comprises a joke, a test, or some form of magic. If it is the latter, I wish to state that I am deeply uncomfortable, but based on the results, I can hardly complain. Our work has never been more successful. I have no recollection of having written the following, but it is clearly my hand, with signifiers in the language that make it clear I acted of my own volition when writing it. I assume that you will make more of it than I can. Yours, Charter. Sent to Inquisitor regarding Cole. Quarterly progress. Rescue 6. Higher than expected. Targets hit 4. 1 dead when wanted for interrogation. No prisons. Agent morale strong. Some crying. All insisted they were good tears. Strong emotions but unrelated to mission at hand. Usually tied to some past trauma. Oddities. Misplaced items. Unexpected. Often tied to emotional revelation among the group. Concern with hostile blood mage binding demons. Very angry. Wax on my fingers. Bees drone behind me as the honeycomb crunches between my teeth. She was always proud of me. Why did I write this? I like how that last one's about Sarah. Josephine in the last few years. Commander Cullen, dear Inquisitor Lavellan, Commander Cullen has reviewed the soldiers I have written and received so many letters from the Orlesian court. Our birds practically blot out the sun. We are as prepared for this exalted council as we will ever be. I know that this past year has been full of formal meetings. Goodness knows I have attended many myself, but this one will truly test the alliances and friendships we have worked so hard to build. If I may offer you any advice, Inquisitor, it is this. Keep a ready smile and remember we have their attention because we are to be reckoned with. Respectfully yours, Ambassador Montillier. And Inquisitor, thank you so much for your kind inquiries. I'm doing very well, although I've been quite busy. Selecting the new staff for my apartments at the Grand Cathedral has taken me so much longer than expected, and if you wouldn't mind, I would like to borrow Scout Harding for a few weeks to help me find more nugs. I cannot possibly hire anyone to a permanent position without first observing them in a room full of baby nugs, and all the litters I have on hand are nearly full grown. In any case, I will see you soon at Halam Shiral. Until then, Leliana. Certainly interesting demands. Okay. That's fully up this side. I did go up the other side, that's right. I remember now because I dropped down here. Anyways, we'll keep investigating the Kinari plot next time. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, and happy trails.